Okay, hi, I'm Sharon Hunt and just want to share an exercise with you today. So I think it was about the first lockdown, so April last year, I started doing this exercise and I just sort of want to share how it's helped me on a horse and then how it's developed. Basically, sort of, my homemade horse, but I wanted to be able to improve my balance. And I was aware that without jumping so much at that time, there weren't many competitions. I needed to be able to sort of work on some of the basics, and I started to be able to think, actually sometimes when I'm jumping I used to twist a bit over a fence, and I think it's quite natural for people to do that. So I made this have this little half round here, and obviously I've got the luxury of a pillar, but this can be done anywhere. And I was working on the stability of my foot and making sure that the foot was flat and equal on both sides. So a lot of people tend to ride on the outside of the feet or tend to twist, and more on the inside and the outside of this foot. So I was really working on this and making sure that actually I've straightened my leg and stretched around the ankle, stretched my calf, and much more aware of being able to make sure I'm absolutely level. And the difference on the horse is huge. So I wanted to share how I've done it and what the benefits are. So I've used a little resistance band, but basically I started to make sure that the weight is equal in my feet. So left and right. I found that left is really easy, but right, I actually get a bit of pain in my ankle sometimes. So it's been able to make sure that I am up and get these stronger and my glutes stronger, because the glutes are really what need to be able to sort of fire up and help keep me in position rather than twisting this way. So started like this, really basic, and then started to be able to make sure that I was stretching down and pushing down, and my ankles and my feet are still absolutely stable and level. And then I started to, and it took me a long time to be able to do this, to be able to just take my foot off and be able to be absolutely, ideally still. And I actually found, which is really interesting, that the left was harder than the right. And I guess I wonder, because I twisted, I'd have put a lot more pressure through the right side. Saying that now, the left I find is probably easier today. So it's just trying to make sure that I am completely level, because I think, if you want a horse to land on the correct leg, and it needs to be better, well, there. If you want the horse to land on the correct leg each time, you need to be absolutely balanced. Your shoulders should be straight, particularly cross country. And it's really good for the core, it's really good for, obviously, for balance, it's really good for coordination, and obviously to make them more supple. And the aim eventually is I'll start to be able to do a bit more squats and things with that. And it looks really simple, but actually I've really struggled with it, and it's taken me 18 months to be able to really improve this. But as I say, the difference on a horse now, I feel so much stronger, I feel so much more balanced, and I feel so much more around the horse, and my right leg is much more on rather than drifting a little bit right all the time. So this has been so beneficial, and I probably do it twice, 3 times a week, and just a little bit more than that, but not too much. So really simple, really quick, and really beneficial.